We're back. Hello,
We
everybody.
sure are.
Hi,
Ami,
Donna.
thank you for joining us again today. I love that you are my co host on this adventure of reimagining digital
Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure being
and
co.
fun. We're having a good time so far. We don't know what we're doing, but we're having a good time.
Right.
We know what we're talking about, but we don't know what we're doing.
Okay. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good. I am learning every day, growing every day, and I'm getting excited. We're going to be doing our relaunch of our site later this week.
Yeah, that's
So
exciting.
that's exciting. And we're going to be doing some client outreach together later this week and early next week. That's exciting. I did a video earlier. Did you have a chance to have a look at it? I did a site comparison between your favorite bank, CIBC, and Loans Canada. What did you think of that? I know
Yeah,
you love CIBC.
yeah, I love CIBC. Yeah, I watched the video. That was it's really interesting, and I really enjoy it. And I think I have not seen this kind of comparison anywhere else. That was really brilliant.
Actually, come to think of it, if I have either. But I was thinking about years ago when I was with the Internet Marketing Center, how we used to do site comparisons to give people a visual so that they could understand what we were talking about and the concepts were just in the ethers. And I thought it'd be fun to start doing some comparisons. And if people like that, we'll do more of them. Or if someone's listening to this and they have a site they would like us to do a comparison, happily to do that. Great fun for everyone. Just let us know in the comments if you'd like that.
Thank you.
So today's episode, Ami, where are we going to focus today? Because we've covered information gain, having unique information available. We've covered the atomic sandwich, where to put that information gain. We've covered semantic triples as a tool or a mechanism to put that information gain into the sandwich, and being RAG ready. So RAG ready means that your content is in an atomic sandwich ready to be consumed by LLMs. So we've covered all of that leading up to EAT. And again, EEAT, Experience, Expertise, Authority, Trust, is the Google framework that solidifies brands into future search. So the ultimate goal here is to meet the mother framework of EAT and to have our facts show up verified and directly connected to our property and our entity in the knowledge graph. So I think we moved from here to that final frontier we were talking about. Do you want to talk a little bit about what that final frontier is, Ami?
Sure, sure. I love that. Uh, as we move deeper into 2026, the game has been shifted, and it's no longer just about what you say about yourself on your own website. It's all about the digital footprint and what the rest of the world and web says about you. Who are you? Who is the founder of this website, this company? Where's the location? What's the telephone number, email number? All of these, for example, NAP and brand consistency. What is out there?
Authors.
Authors, yeah, right. And these are all the entities, the human entities. Who are they? So we are gonna talk about digital footprint. We call it here digital shadow. It's kind of, I call it background check. Uh,
Mm.
kind of LLMs do background check of your website. Are you famous or being trusted, mentioned, cited in the whole web or no? This is the background check. right, Donna?
Well, I like the way that you look at that as a background check. It's an easy frame of reference for sure for people to grab onto and use. um, because not everybody understands what a digital footprint is. And it's not just the digital footprint, like you said, of the website or the business itself. It's all of the entities associated with that business or website. All your authors, what's their digital footprint look like? Your executives, your team, your staff. What does their digital footprint look like? Is it connected in your website property? And can we see their expertise outside of your website to verify that they have that expertise, that it's being shared in other places, verified in other places, getting mentioned? Are you and your property and your product and your service being mentioned by someone, being mentioned positively, negatively? Do you need to look at any of those trust factors like Trustpilot, reviews.io, Reddit, Better Business Bureau? I know you had some thoughts on that.
Yeah. Can you remember we worked on Wikidata and creating some procedure to creating some entities there for having a better knowledge panel, right?
I remember testing that with the team, and we struggled with having notability
Yeah,
in
that
order for that to stick.
yeah,
Um,
that
so that's going back about 4 or 5 years ago, just for anyone who wasn't there playing with us. Um, Not all of that stuck around for very long. We could create it, but within a few months, an editor would remove it because there wasn't enough notability amongst us. We hadn't been expanding our own digital footprints enough to have notability like we do now. And
right.
that's, you were saying very truthfully that that's about the trust factor. Are you trusted as much as seen?
Yeah, exactly. And speaking of trust, again, I can remember a project we were working together in our previous company. Uh, One day we woke up and a website, all of not all of, most of websites vanished from the whole SERP, and Google de-indexed them. Everyone was panicking. That was really terrible. Uh, but we found what was the problem was uh, the no humans, right? Yeah, we didn't create that trust in EEAT principle because we didn't mention who is the founder, who are the authors, what's the physical location, where's the physical location, what's the phone number. There was not a brand consistency either in on our own website and the rest of the web. Somewhere we mentioned ourselves in a different way, for example, with capital letters, in other social media with lower letters. So that was really interesting. Yeah, that was really great experience. We fixed it, and yeah, that was an example. Trust is really important in this principle.
Those fixes, though, were shorter term. They did proof of concept to a degree, but they were shorter term because if you do not have humans, Google knows people trust humans more than they do machines. You need verifiable humans with digital footprints to connect back to your property. Business owners, company registration, Better Business Bureau registration, things like that. I've, as you know, worked with NASDAQ publicly traded companies that did not have clear humans associated with their e-commerce properties, which over the last 3 to 4 years has caused quite a lot of trauma for those businesses because they don't have the human connections that available to them in them to give them those EEAT factors. And I tell our clients this all the time. Google and LLMs, they're not just looking at your site anymore. They're looking at your shadow. How far does your shadow reach? How much does your shadow cover? How well are you mentioned? Are you the real world entity with a clear signal? Or are you just a well optimized ghost? You have old fashioned SEO, you're well optimized, but what is it that is optimized? A product that doesn't come from anywhere with any people that you can reach if you have a problem? That's going to
Right.
be a problem.
Right.
So regulated industries regulated for a reason. And the more that we've dug into them, the more that you come to understand that.
Exactly.
That's why signal's more important than size. Coming back to the little side-by-side review video I did earlier.
Hmm.
CIBC, which, as I think I said, and we all know now, is your favorite bank.
Hmm.
It's huge. It's a nationwide organization. It was founded in 1961, and it's got solid 1999 2020 SEO in place, but no information gain, no direct humans. When compared with Loans Canada, Loans Canada has excellent information gain, some of the best I've seen. And their humans are all verifiable, directly linked out, directly linked in, mentioned. So we see that their signals are massive, although their size is smaller. Not for long, because they're the ones that are going to dominate in current, modern, and future search. That brand is really, really done a great job with its meeting its EAT factors.
Yeah, that was a great example and comparison you've done. I was thinking uh, in one of my interviews, they asked me to do an assessment of Nike.com website. And I was thinking, okay, Nike is a web established brand. Why did they ask me to do this? It's gonna be a great website without any issue, but there was. And the thing is, uh, all these well established and well known brands, I think they lose the game here because they just rely on their brand awareness. They know that all customers know them, but they don't think about their new customers. They
The next
don't
generation of customer.
the next generation because the needs are gonna change. Uh, so you need to think about uh, the new customers, next generation, and put the information there in your website. You
Mhm.
you just don't rely on the brands and say, okay, they know our brands and they come to us. This is not gonna work anymore.
Yeah, you'll get your brand search perhaps, but you won't get anything that's not direct brand search. And if your brand doesn't have a strong digital footprint, it will lose placement in search as well. So even Nike has to pay attention to that, just like your CIBC does.
Yeah, my CIBC, right?
So I think you mentioned this briefly earlier, but we talked about mapping that shadow and how we go about doing that, how we build a moat that will protect a business. With our 500 point EAT engine process that we have in place. So this is what we do. We build moats of security for brands in future search, current and future search. And that all starts with that physical anchor. Everybody's got one. Is your business registered? Where is it registered? To whom is it registered? What's your business registration number? What type of a business is registered? What's your NAP, name, address, phone number? Is it consistent everywhere that it's published? Did you publish it somewhere 5, 6, 7 years ago and then you moved office because your business grew and you forgot to change it? That's going to cause problems because if you have inconsistent NAP data, then how do they know for sure it's yours? These are machines. They're not going to guess. They're just after facts. Remember the atomic sandwich? Facts only, ma'am. That's all they'll eat. And then there's the persona anchor. Have you been mentioned? Have you got a digital footprint? Does every human digital footprint have a connection to the property that that human is being presented on? Every author, every customer service rep, every staff member, team member, executive, every owner. And those unlinked mentions, the mention is the new black link. You don't have to have a direct link. You just have to be mentioned. LLMs will crawl that. They'll associate that data back to you. That's a strong backlink. You don't want to be without those. You want to have mentions with or without links, whether that's in social forums or in publications, in press releases. Any of those will tell AI that there's a real fire, real expertise behind a brand.
Yeah, perfect. And let me say an example for persona anchor. I want to use your name and your boy. Yeah. Uh, Donna, you wrote a book, you co-authored The Insider Secret to Marketing on the Internet, and the book exists in the real world with an ISBN. It exists in libraries, Amazon. I bought one of the version of it. Uh,
As do
when,
my other books.
pardon?
As do my other books.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. That are awesome. I recommend you to buy these books. this is this is gonna be weird.
But I think your point is that those are person anchors.
Person anchors, right? When an LLM see your name, Donna Rougeau, associated with our brand, Reimagining Digital, the brand's shadow becomes much darker and more defined because Donna Rougeau associated to those books, you have a digital footprint out there. You have LinkedIn. You have written lots of articles. You have another website and brand, which is Reimagining Digital. So again, with your name is sorry, coincidence with the Reimagining Digital, it shows that all of these entities are really connected together. All of them are connected. So
All of
this,
this is proof of that one entity.
yeah, proof of one that entity. Yeah.
That's true. Good example. And by association, for our agency site, um, reim- reimaginethat.com, the entity, your entity as Ami with your LinkedIn profile, all your social profiles, and you have a massive following on Instagram and Ayasa's profiles as well, and mine combined, verify the expertise and the humans within our agency and the level of expertise that it takes to really meet those EAT factors and to verify the credibility of the products that and services that we're building and creating.
Yeah, exactly.
Excuse me. And then I think we want to move on to what that final frontier is. Do you want to take over there?
Yeah, sure. So again, in this episode, we are closing of the circle. We started in the first episode with making the content better. We talked about information gain. Uh, do you remember about the atomic sandwich? We talked about the information gain. The next layer is semantic. uh,
Triples?
triples, right? Like Ami is a CEO, Donna is a CEO, Paris is capital of France, and all of these semantic triples. And the third layer was RAG, and how these informations are consumed. So we talked about all of these concepts, and now we are making it verifiable with trust. We are talking about digital footprint of your brand and entity. So I want to ask a question here, Donna. It's a difference between doing a SEO and building an authority. Can you walk us through about these two different concepts?
Sure. I would say that SEO today means your technical SEO, primarily your core web vitals, your pages load quick, things are working properly, users aren't waiting, that sort of thing, and building your authority. That these things that we're talking about that are required to produce EAT in a consumable format, that's the modern SEO. So SEO is not dead or gone. And the things that we did before when it came to technical SEO or a lot of content SEO still are in play. They're just maximized now.
Right.
So we want to make sure that all of that is consumable. So instead of looking to manipulate where you get positioned in search, blue links are nearly gone now. We're looking to empower where we show up in search, in the answer economy. We're looking to forensically architect how to have the most information gain, how to provide the most value, how to meet those EAT factors. That is the modern SEO.
And if you want to survive the next round of AI age, you have to stop thinking about your website as a standalone island. You are not just an isolated island. You have to start thinking about the track of your brand entity and living across the web that you exist.
Big digital shadow. Yeah, if you can't find your business in the real world, an AI isn't going to find it in the AI one, in a digital one. So we're not just building websites anymore. We're casting shadows so big that algorithms can't ignore them. And that's the purpose of SEO today.
Yeah, exactly. And if you're not sure what your digital shadow looks like, we've developed a new audit specifically for this. It's part of our EAT engine at Reimagining Digital. And
That's right. So we look forward to being able to present what that EEAT engine looks like. Hopefully in our Friday episode with Ayaz, who should be joining us then. And we should be able to also present our new relaunched site, which will give you direct access to that EAT engine. We're looking at making everything directly accessible to SEOs everywhere, agencies everywhere, and companies everywhere. Another thing that we want to talk about going forward is the gains and the failures in over automating SEO, which I'm also seeing. So we'll talk about that because there are factors. Most things in SEO can be automated. Yes, AI can be used to generate content, but if you have a look at sites like loanscanada.ca, you'll see information gain is not something that automation can handle or can produce or contribute yet. We're seeing some pretty great new platforms coming out, and that content's going to fall short. We'll talk about why, and we'll talk about what you can do, how what is valuable in those platforms to go ahead and use, and where you want to bring your expertise and your humans on board. So I'm looking forward to that. Lots more to come, lots more to cover. I hope that there's takeaways for everybody here today. And I have put together a little cheat sheet on what we've talked about today that I can make available to anybody. Just ask me in the comments, let me know, and we'll share this with you. So, Ami, thanks. I guess we should start wrapping it up. We're at our time.
Yeah, thank you, Donna, and thanks for joining us. Uh, so, we are just getting started, and I'm so excited and looking forward to our uh, brand new website and this product. Uh, and be in touch with us. Give us some feedback. How did we do? Thank you so much.
And we'll see you at Reimagining Digital next time.
Thank
Bye,
you.
everyone.
Bye.